Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Thursday. It's your girl Rebel with the Cause, and I am back with another mock draft. Yes, yes, yes. I just can't get enough, I just can't get enough. And things just change. I talk to my friend Sunny D all the time. And I don't know, some new things come out every week from these reporters, article wise, and it just changes some perspective. So before I get into my mock draft, I just want to share with you guys my perspective on what I think the Eagles will be doing. Now, if you look at our team and you look at our roster, we have wide receivers, we have a few running backs, and no corners. Like, we got Dwayne Gratz, Mitchell White or whatever, guy from the CFL, Aaron Grimes, CFL, Jalen Mills. He's like the only starter that we really have. Dwayne Gratz, I think, is just like a depth signing. And CJ Smith, undrafted rookie free agent from last year, went to school. Anyway, I think the Eagles, with all the talent that's coming out in this draft, specifically corner and running back, I feel like the Eagles have to pick corner high. And you want to know why? Is because when I look at Matt Miller's draft and the corner rankings, there's not going to be a lot of starters, like guys I can't say there's not going to be any, but I don't think we're going to find any Jalen Mills. And I mean, he still got beat last year anyway. But I feel like if we want to get guys who can start and who can really make an impact, we got to get them high. So, and I read an article from Jimmy Kempski about how Joe Douglas drafts his running back all the way back to the Ravens. They had one first-round running back, and I think like one or two second rounders. I saw one third rounder. Everybody else was drafted fourth round or later. So that just tells me that we're not going to be drafting a running back high, in my opinion. Now, maybe if it's best player available and, we find somebody that we really like, we could draft them high. I'm not saying this is who we're going to draft. I'm saying based on the information that I have right now, this is the idea of who I think we will draft in the direction we're headed. So, with all that being said, there's a lot of people out here for the break. But with all that being said, I created two scenarios again, where the Eagles will draft, and one is we trade back, like a couple spots, maybe not many, like 17, 18, 19, maybe 20. But we trade back, and we draft Sidney Jones, and that pick that we got from the first rounder, whoever we trade with, is going to be probably a lower round second pick, obviously. But I say that we trade up and we draft John Ross in the second round with our first pick. With our pick, we trade up. I'm not sure which pick we trade away, but I do know, or which player, but we do trade up, and our second pick in the second round would be Cordrea Tankersley. Now, that would give us Sidney Jones and Tankersley, two guys who could probably start for us. And Jalen Mills could be in the slot. So, that's just the first two rounds. Now, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but, I already said it, so work with me. Anyway, so third round pick is going to be Ethan Pocic. I hope I'm saying that right, the center. I'm not sure what's going on with Kelsey. Wisniewski's probably going to be gone, which means Seumalo's going to have to start. We don't have a lot of depth. We signed some guys to futures contracts, but I doubt any of them will be there. But we need to draft our own guys. Jason Kelsey's going to be gone even after next year. And if Seumalo is our starting left guard, we're going to need a center for the future. So, might as well draft them high, draft the best guy available. He can be a depth guy. He plays he has versatility. So, next, fourth round pick, Wayne Gallman. I love the way he runs. I love it. There's so many running backs to love, but I love the way he runs. He catches the ball. power. It's just power and speed. Like, I love it. I love it. So, yeah. I wouldn't be mad if we draft him at all. But our 5th round pick, people think we have a 4th round pick. I already said this in the last one, but if you didn't watch the last draft, we have the Browns have a comp pick, and if they do get it, it'll be like the end of the 4th round, which is basically a 5th round pick. So I just made it a 5th round pick. So I say we draft Paul Magallore, the linebacker. Kendricks will probably be gone. And we just need more depth at linebacker. Homegrown depth, not guys that we sign and are from other teams and whatnot. And we got to stop getting these undrafted free agents. We need guys who are really going to be impactful. And I hope Joe Walker, when he comes back, he's coming back like full strength. Because we're going to need him. We're going to need linebackers. We need guys to cover these fucking running backs running rampant in the secondary. Anyway. 5th round pick, our second one, where our regular 5th round pick. Now, people saying Tano Passanon, am I saying that right? I don't know. The guy from Nova. They saying he might not last to the 5th round. He's a defensive lineman where he's ranked, and there are 23 edge rushers ranked ahead of him. And edge rushers are going to go crazy. And then he's the 15th ranked defensive lineman. So you're going to tell me there's no way he's going to last at 5th round? He might. I mean, he's ranked 160th, which is the 5th round. The last pick in the 5th round, actually. So we might get him. And if we do, that's incredible value right there. So I'm going to stick with that pick. I like him. He's from PA. I support everything about Pennsylvania, whether you're from Philly, whether you're from Scranton, whether you're from Pittsburgh. I don't care. I hate the Steelers, but I'd rather see them win over the Patriots, shit like that. So, yeah, moving on. 6th round pick. This is where we start taking risks with character guys like we did last year. So I say we pick Ish Zamora, and he wasn't invited to the combine, but we might as well take a chance. I mean, fuck. What do we got to lose? The 6th round pick. And the 7th round, I picked a random tackle, Justin Senior. We just need depth along the offensive line. So we got to keep drafting guys. Even undrafted free agents. We got to keep drafting guys. So that's the scenario if we trade back. Now, our regular draft, if we don't trade back, we just pick the guys at our position, best player available. Excuse me. I say we still pick Sidney Jones at 14th or 15th overall because we need a starting corner. We need a shutdown guy. Doesn't matter who we sign in free agency. Logan Ryan, Brandon Boykin, AJ Boye, who's probably going to get tagged. It doesn't matter. We need to sign a guy who can start for us. Young guy. And he has major ball skills. Like, none of our corners have ball skills. It's amazing how none of them know how to turn and look when the fucking receiver is looking for the ball. All you got to do is turn your head and put your hand up. But they couldn't do that. I don't know. But we picked Sidney Jones. 2nd round, I'm in love with John Ross. So we still trade up. I say we trade our 5th round pick that the Browns give us. And we trade that up and maybe another pick in a year or 2 years down the line from those drafts to get John Ross. We got to get him. I mean, enough said. Just watch his highlights and you'll know we got to get this guy. 3rd round, I say we pick Tankersley. If he makes it, I would like Tankersley, but I also have Kevin King and Cameron Sutton. Those are just guys who are all kind of like bunched in the same area, and I'm not sure which one will come first, but if any one of those guys are there, we have to pick them. And Kevin King, he could be the safety. He can convert to safety in the future. So he has versatility, and the Eagles value that. So if you guys ever looking at players, anybody who plays multiple positions, Eagles are going to be looking at them. If they're good, they're going to be looking at them. And so moving on, 4th round pick. I think you guys really like this one. I picked Jamal Williams. And if you see him run, enough said. Damn. I really, really hope he lasts to the 4th round. I've seen some where he might go in the 3rd round. I really hope he lasts to the 4th round. If he can last to the 4th round, that's be a fucking steal. That's like a David Johnson type of steal. So, 5th round pick, I'm going to stay with passing on. I'm sorry if I'm really pronouncing his name wrong. I'm sorry. It's some French shit. But I love him. Sorry, that's enough said. 6th round pick, I have Taywan Taylor. He's not like a tall guy, but he high points that ball. He goes up for the ball. He's got speed. He got good routes. You might as well take a chance on him. Take 2 receivers. Who gives a fuck? Like, Aguilar is probably going to be traded next season. DGB can get the fuck out. Even if we sign Alshon Jeffrey, we're still going to need like 4th and 5th wide receivers just in case of injury. And we just need guys who can make an impact. You know, add some zing to the fucking offense. That's what we need. And a 7th round pick, I kept the tackle, Justin Senior. I'm just not going to keep going into that. But an alternate to Justin Senior would be Jeremy Clark, the DB I picked the first time, 6'4", 206, coming off an ACL injury. I mean, why not? He's 6'4". Hopefully he could test at the combine and run, but if he can't, it's going to be a bummer. And another 7th round pick, Donnell Pumphrey. If he lasts this long, we have to scoop him up. And John Connor, the guy from Pittsburgh. If he lasts to the 7th round, you got to scoop him up. You have to. And me and Sunny D, we made our mock drafts. This time we were a little bit different, but we kind of agreed no matter who we pick, we're going to get good guys. But he still likes Joe Mixon in the 3rd round. I like him. I'm just not sure the Eagles are going to target him high with the character, the red flags on his character. So that's just something else to look into. We're gonna have to wait to see how he tests at his pro day because he didn't get invited to the combine. So I hope you guys like that one. Give me your feedback. You know this is going to change after the combine. I'm going to have a new one after free agency. After we trade people, I'm going to have a new one. So it's going to be like 6 or 7 of them. So don't fucking complain. I know y'all like this shit. You wouldn't be watching these videos if you didn't. So give me some feedback. Let me know what you're thinking. And don't be negative. Like, don't be super negative. I appreciate constructive criticism, but don't be, like, shooting my shit down. Like, damn, I'm not a fucking NFL scout. I'm just a fan. All right. Anyway, see y'all, deuces. Bird Gang out.